Very good morning, class 12. So, let's continue our today's class. So, we have started with the last poem of the book Flamingo, that is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Adrian Rich. Okay, so we have discussed about it that how Adrian Rich describe about the condition of women or the status of women in this society, in this male dominant or patriarchal society. She mentioned about male chauvinism here. So what basically we are learning here is through Aunt Jennifer, she is expressing that how women need to suffer. They are like the victims. They are being the oppressed by the male members here. So she described about at how uh, tigers are the qualities of tigers. She has connected with the male of the society, the men of the society, and as she can't come out from that situation easily, so she thought to draw the another world where she can say where with her artwork she can express that how women need to come out from that phase. They need the liberation. They need that freedom actually. So she is having a canvas, panel in her hand, and she's making the tigers through her embroidery work with the needles and as well as the thread. So she's doing the embroidery work. So here let's try to understand three stanzas here. The first stanza depicts about the qualities of tiger only, that how in that same manner we are having this male section of the society. And while drawing her, she wanted that even the women should come out freely from that phase. So it's here. Although we have covered the first stanza earlier, but still I'm doing it again with you. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree, they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. So here Adrian is telling that Aunt Jennifer is making those tigers, embroidery tigers on her canvas in that jumping manner she had shown. And they are shining like that bright topaz, that gemstone, that bright and yellowish and brownish color. And they are the denizens, like they are the citizens, the residents, or even the inhabitants of a world of green, that is forest. So she's talking about tigers. And these tigers, they do not feel afraid from any man who is even sitting under the tree. So basically, the tree is symbolic of the various qualities here: powerful, bravery, courageous, confidence. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty, and these tigers are moving in a very elegant, bold, and courageous manner. You need to understand. Sleek, chivalric certainty is you need to elegant, bold, and courageous manner. You need to write it in this sequence only. So here's a depiction. So first stanza depicts about the tiger or the male members of this society. So through this, Aunt Jennifer is describing about. Second stanza describes that how even the women, how even any woman suffers in her matrimonial life, being suppressed by the husband actually. And that's why here we are getting to know that how Aunt Jennifer is physically and mentally exhausted, weak. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool as she's doing that embroidery work. So she's having those, as I mentioned, needles and thread. So her fingers fluttering. Now fluttering means shivering. So her fingers were shivering as she was having wool in her hand. Her fingers were shivering while holding that wool also. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Now, ivory needle. Now, ivory needles are which is made of elephant teeth, ivory. So even those needles, you can imagine, the ivory needles are not that much heavy. So even she was not able to pull those needles properly because she was mentally and physically too weak. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band. This is also one of the important phrases. Uncle's wedding band. Now, uncle's wedding band means ring. Wedding band is a ring. So uncle's wedding band means that uncle has given the ring because of the marriage that signifies massive weight. So she's saying, Aunt Jennifer was saying, even that wedding band, even that wedding ring of uncle is having a huge weight, massive weight. You can understand that weight is not heavy while wearing on the finger, but she was burdened in her marriage life. That's why she said it's a massive weight. Sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. So she's saying that uncle's wedding ring, that band, is so huge in weight because she was suppressed by those burdens in her marriage life. She was not happy even in her marriage life because of this male dominance, the patriarchal thing. The last stanza depicts about after Aunt said, now Aunt Jennifer is no more. So what exactly happened when Aunt is dead? She is not more. Her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So she mentioned that now when Aunt is no more, Aunt Jennifer has died. Even she's referring to many other women like her. After that also, there would be no effect in the lives of the male members. They will still move freely. So it's written, when Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So it means when she is no more, even in the grave, even when she would be cremated, she would not be free. After death also there would be no liberation for her. Because even that ringed with ordeals means, ordeals here means experiences. Her past bitter experiences, ringed with the ring which she was wearing it. So after death also that ring would be with her, and that will tell her again and again that how she had faces those bitter life experiences in her marriage life. So after death also, she would be there, ring would be there, she would, through her ring, she would be remember again and again that how she was the master of that bitter experiences of her life. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing proud and unafraid. So last she's saying that not after her death also, as she will still remember those things, the tigers which she had made in that jumping manner, they will still move, they will still go on prancing unafraid and proudly. Means after her death also there will be no effect in the lives of the male members. So in the whole poem, Aunt Jennifer is describing about how women became the victims in the hands of the male members, and especially in that to matrimonial life also. That there would be no effect in the lives of the male member after whether she was alive or dead, whatever. Right? So you need to understand the first stanza depicts about the depiction of the tigers of the male member. Second, how she faced her matrimonial life, and after death also how that ringed with ordeals, those ordeals in the past bitter experiences ringed. So she was, there was a ring, and that tells her again and again, and that she was mastered by those things. So I really hope this is clear to you. Now this whole poem is clear to you, and if any doubt you can raise. Thank you. God bless you.